we don't have any rate my cans or rate my cracks in here.
Rate my cans. Check out my cans, man.
Yeah, rate my cans. Oh, that's I get you demonetized quick.
Oh yeah.
The old rate my can. What was the? There was a 7-Up ad campaign back in the day that was called. He was like, it was when that black dude used to do it, and he was like. It was like the Show Me Your Can competition. And it was like, he's like, 7-Up is doing the Show Me Your Can competition.
Yep.
And he like accidentally got all those photos of people's asses, and it was just like, this did not go as planned. You know, it's like,
not go as
he just wanted people to show him the 7-Up can. Yeah, dude. 307 reacts. Matt, Chris. We got a damn good show. All right, we've been meaning to get to this one for a while. It's been several weeks now since Bud Light declared their whatever they were doing with their with
their branding thing.
They did something with their cans that apparently offended some people or something like that, and so now we're gonna watch a Hodgetwins thing about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's what I know.
So I have seen almost every Hodgetwins episode known to man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were talking about this in a different episode. I don't remember what we were reacting to, but I was like, I need to go back and find it, and I couldn't find it. Reason is it got shadow banned, so I had to look in the deep, dark depths of YouTube, and it finally resurfaced. So here it is.
We tried to find it when the point was relevant, and we couldn't. We literally couldn't. So, and it's like a little 6-minute bit on, I guess.
I couldn't find it in my watch history.
It says, Bud Light's marketing VP thinks transgenders can revive their brand. So, I guess we're going to hear from their VP and see what she has to say about the issue.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers this year. If you guys want to help us out, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. It's free to you. It does everything for us. If you want to go a step further, there is a Patreon link. There are affiliate links. There is a straight-up PayPal link.
Yes.
You can do whatever you want to help us out, but all we're asking you to do is hit that subscribe button because it helps everyone. So let's go for it, shall we?
Let's get it.
All right, this is going to be it. Buckle up. Here we go.
Buckle up.
Yeah, I got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. All right, so Bud Light thought it'd be a great idea to put a transgender on that can, and it was just going to take their sales through the roof.
See?
They're on the trainee train. What? The trainee train.
The trainee train.
I mean, I never liked Bud Light. I'm not a big beer person when it comes to beer, but the beers I like, Sapporo, is that how you say it? Sapporo?
Oh, Sapporo?
Sapporo,
or whatever it is.
No, Asians, they do everything great.
It's a good beer.
Yeah, I like Modelo.
Modelo's good.
I like Stella.
Stella's good.
And Bud Light, it tastes like dog piss.
Okay.
That's that old school liberal Democrat shit.
All right, let's get it out there. As far as beers go, I know you're not much of a beer drinker, but as far as beers go, what's your flavor? And you drink Reds. Does that count as a beer?
No. Typically, it depends on the situation, right? At SEMA, whatever's the cheapest,
dude.
Because I'm just walking around.
Again, when you're in Vegas,
dude.
If there's a counter selling Coors for $4, you're drinking Coors because that's the cheapest option.
At a drag strip, typically like race events, Coors. Coors is like the Coors Banquet, to be specific.
Okay, a little bit thicker.
There's something about the smell of race fuel and drinking a Coors, and because 90% of your taste is based on what you smell. Yeah. And so it's something about a Coors Banquet and race fuel, man. Oh God, dude, it's good. It's
fair
good
enough.
Beer.
That's fair. Okay. And so I'm not going to tell you guys which beer I prefer to drink because I've actually had it on this show several times. So you keen-eyed viewers,
way back in the day,
you train spotters will know. I've had the beers on the show several times, and that's my go-to pretty much every time. I have never liked Bud Light, really. It's always been like, it's like that Bud Light, Keystone Light, Busch Light, like all those piss water, like that piss water. It's not very good. So I don't. Right at the top, I think that's why I don't care about the whole controversy because I'm like, I don't drink that shit anyway. So who cares what they put on their can? And at the end of the day, who cares what they put on their can? Like I'm just gonna drink it and throw it away anyways.
Here's the thing that blows me away, and actually, me and Dad were talking about it yesterday. Why? Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
If you're selling not necessarily the image or whatever, but like why, as a company, I can look into the political stratosphere and see that there's a divide going on. why would I place my product on one side or the other? If I'm looking, which most corporations are, to make the most amount of money possible, I'm going to try to bring both sides to my product based on the quality of my product.
You know what the best way to do that is to just not have the image on there in the first place and just stick with your company logo. That's a great way to bring everybody.
Logo.
It seemed like that was
maybe
working already.
Maybe you change the recipe, like
maybe jazz it up a little bit. Maybe make
they came
your
out
logo,
with the platinums and people started doing that.
So like I get it. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you even want to? Let's find out. Let's listen to what the VP has to say, shall we?
Here
All
we go.
It tastes like dog piss. That's that old school liberal Democrat shit. Need to. But anyway, it's a nice can. It's blue and nice branding, but that beer tastes like blue for Democrat. Yeah, that beer tastes like dog piss. Yeah, but I wouldn't even say dog piss. I say rat piss.
It's not very good.
I'm
not into
telling you. What you say? What beers you like? Stella, Modelo. I hope there's not under the same brand.
Okay, that's fair. What is it? Anheuser, whatever it is.
Anheuser-Busch.
They make a lot of those. Is that who makes Bud Light? Because they make Budweiser, right? So that's Bud Light, Budweiser. I don't actually know. That's very possible. They might make some. I don't think they don't make PBR.
No.
But I never think about that. The Big Daddy brand that owns all the smaller brands. That's right, dude. It even happens in the.
It happens everywhere, man.
He's like, I hope they don't make any of those other ones. Like, and then I start thinking about it. I'm like, Stella.
Right.
Stella might be Anheuser. Now that I think about it, Stella Artois. It might be. Maybe. I don't know.
Stella, Modelo. I hope there's not under the same brand. Hey, but I don't know what y'all was thinking. Y'all gonna put a transgender person. I mean, that issue's been politicized. Why would you do that to your company? You gotta be desperate to do this. Exactly. Yeah, desperate to save your brand. I mean, if your brand sucks, it doesn't matter if a bunch of transgenders are drinking it. You're just a stupid bitch. So it turns out, why would you think, oh, you put a transgender on the bill, transgender's gonna like the bill? Yeah, you might get it one time, but like, oh man, that's just like dog piss. I'm not drinking that shit. If you want people to buy that nasty ass beer, you need to change it up.
Change the recipe.
Make the beer better.
That's what you
think? Why don't you emulate what other successful brands are doing?
Sapporo.
Replicate
whatever you call it, Asian
replicate
shit.
What they're doing. You thought, okay, I got an idea. Let's put a transgender on the can. Dylan Mulvaney, he's gonna save that damn beer. What crack was you smoking? But it turns out the VP of marketing, she came out, and of course it's a woman. So check out the video. Oh, look, got a rainbow.
I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light. And it was, this brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. So I had this super clear mandate. It's like, we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand. And what I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to women and to men.
That's why you came out with seltzers, right? That's why there's Bud Light seltzers, to be lighter and brighter and to appeal to women and men. And that's why you have the seltzers. Or like the little, what are those little small ones that come in the cans that come in like a grape and they come in like a little small Clamato thing. Those are all little Bud Light little shooter things that there's plenty of product out there.
And those are working.
Those are working great. I drink those every summer. They're great for the river, man. Those things are awesome. And that's the thing is like there's already products out there in your line that are working for that. Like that's the reason why you're not just making beer. That's why you make seltzers. That's why you make these other little hard alcohol thingies. Like, what? What are you saying? Our job was to evolve and diversify, and it's like that. You have done that. You have those product lines. You're doing that. Shit, you walk into the Marshalls out here in Casper, dude. They have a whole shelf of Bud Light memorabilia, just an entire blue shelf of just hats and cans and lamps and trash cans and cups and dumb shit.
The thing that I have noticed as of lately, right? I don't see many, like for instance at SEMA, you wouldn't see lots of Bud Light advertising. It was just this guy. It just literally a sign says drinks, blue and white. Okay. And you go up to it, and he had lemonade and waters or whatever. And you're like, man, I want a beer. Well, the Bud Light's the cheapest, fucking whatever. $3. $3 for a beer in Vegas, man.
Dude, you found a gem right there.
Yeah,
like
fucking, yeah, give it.
Follow that guy around all day because $3 beer.
But like most racetracks, like the one up at, well, I don't know about the Circle Track here anymore, but the Spokane one, they didn't sell Bud Light because Bud Light it was more expensive to get shit from them for the racetrack or whatever because of the activity or whatever the case may be. So they did Coors, Pabst Blue Ribbon, that type of thing. When I was in, God, what was that other track I was at? Track in Georgia. It was the same thing. They're like, it costs us way more to bring Bud Light in that we would have to sell it at such a markup that it just, we'd be shooting ourselves in the foot.
I wonder if that's changed over the last however many years or whatever, because I feel like I haven't been to an event center event in quite some time, but I feel like the last time I was up there was Bud Light, vendor there.
The thing about the event center is they don't give a fuck if they have to mark it up fucking to a $12 beer or whatever.
Right, that was just one example. But I was going to say that, like, I think at the like the David Street Station stuff, we've seen Bud Light vendors there too, and like at the fairgrounds, I know I've seen Bud Light vendors there also. But again, that's like city controlled stuff, right? Yeah. So like they will mark it up and
they get a deal because fuck, it comes from the plant just down the road.
Yeah, that's true. That distribution, we have distribution right here in Casper. So yeah, so interesting. I don't pay attention. Again, I don't care because I don't drink Bud Light, Well, and you never see signs for Pabst Blue Ribbon. You just never see banners for that.
And they doing just fine.
Yeah, they're doing great. I buy their beer all the time, man.
So I don't know. Ever since like the whole Ryan Upchurch started pointing stuff out in the music industry and stuff, which was like 8 years ago, something like that, 7 years ago. I started walking around paying attention to, okay, what's this song trying to sell me? What's there's a cardboard cutout of Luke Bryan next to the fishing poles. Okay, so I go to a racetrack. Why did they select Coke over Pepsi or Pepsi over Coke? Like, what's the, and then you kind of start to notice things like, oh, they probably chose Coke because there's a Coke distributor just down the road. It probably doesn't cost anything to get it there.
Yeah.
Like,
just got to drive it across town.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right, let's keep going.
Inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to women and to men. And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work. And we had this hangover. I mean, Bud Light had been kind of a brand of fratty, kind of out of touch humor. And it was really important that we had another approach.
Let me explain something to you, lady. Of course, you got
don't call her lady. You don't know what she is.
Oh no!
Don't assume her. Now they putting transgenders on bill. You don't assume that woman's pronoun.
Hey, let me say something, Kevin.
Good looking woman, though. I like women like that. I like plain Janes,
Yeah.
Not all that
plain
damn
Jane
makeup.
I
don't like all my women who like drag queens, all that damn makeup. I like a plain Jane, man. A girl next door, man. I like that, man. I like natural beauty,
The girl next door, huh?
I like that girl next door.
Yeah, man, I like that girl.
She look like the girl next door. all she needs is some shine on them lips.
Hey, let me say this. Now, of course, you didn't know this, so I'm going to explain to you. Okay, so
your beer sucks.
Yeah, Dylan Mulvaney is living his life as a woman, and Democrats see him as a woman. But let me tell you, man, the majority of society see him as a person who's just masquerading as a woman. They see him as a caricature of what a woman is.
Yeah.
And you put that on your beer can?
Yeah. That was beautiful. Good time for a commercial break. Mike Lindell, support that man. Go to mypillow.com. He's throwing a big sale. Go get you some pillows. Go get you some
sheets, actually the other day.
I looked
it up.
Use discount code Hodgetwins when
but
checking
they're
out.
Supposed to be guaranteed forever. So like,
off. All right, back to the transgender.
I mean, here's a video of Dylan Mulvaney.
Maybe if I... Good Lord, what is happening? Is that a puppet? Anyways, well, yeah, I looked it up, but I guess if you can get 60% off, I looked it up. That's close to $100. So if you can get 60% off, shit. I mean, that makes it $40. That's for a set. That's a pretty good deal.
Bad,
I might have to look into that with that little promo code and see if that's still active.
Like, drinking your beer and stuff. I mean,
he didn't even drink that shit. He took a sip. Oh, man, this is dog piss. Yeah, it's just...
And not only that, you put him on the can.
They put him on the can.
They put that dude on the can.
That's crazy. What are you thinking? If you want your product to be... If you want people to buy your product more, you need to change the product. Make the beer better. You don't throw a transgender on the can and say, yep, that fixes everything.
There we go. Done. Diversification.
You need to be fired, bitch. You need to lose your job right now.
I don't think Bud Light, you're going to recover from this.
Yeah,
I really don't.
That's just...
Your brand was already in decline.
Yeah.
And you just
put the bullet in it.
Put the bullet in.
Improve your product. You just don't throw a damn gender bent on your can and think it's gonna fix everything. Shit's not that simple. Life is complicated. Hey man, we just throw a trend, just Dylan Mulvaney on TikTok. Superstar.
He's got 7 million followers.
He's got 7 million followers. Man, we put him on the can. He gonna save our business.
God, that's legitimately.
Bitch, you crazy?
That's legitimately what happened, dude. What? Oh my God.
Okay, hold up. We're gonna back this up just a little bit. Sorry, I had to look something up. So he said, man, I'm not sure Bud Light ever going to recover from this.
Did you look up their sales or something?
Looked it up. Bud Light's parent company, Anheuser-Busch, had lost more than $6 billion in market cap in just 6 days after they partnered with Dylan Mulvaney. 6 days in a week.
So
lost $6 billion.
He has 7 million followers on TikTok, and they lost $6 billion in a week. So they lost almost 100 times the amount of his followers after they put him on the can, thinking that his followers were going to make it better. They lost 100 times the amount of followers he had. In dollars.
Not million.
Billion, dude, in dollars. What? Okay. That begs the question: what's Anheuser-Busch's yearly budget? Like what? How much money? Yeah, what do they make? Like what do they make in a year? That's got to be.
Let's find that
out. If they're losing $6 billion and they're like, yep, that sucked, but we're pressing forward, you know.
So let me see.
Or maybe that's why, you know, that like they were saying, you know, they're already in decline. Maybe this was kind of like they put the bullet in it, you know, like after a $6 billion loss, do you recover from that?
So, God, dude, I'm going to zoom way the fuck in on this thing. Okay, net income for December 31st, 2022 was $2.844 billion, okay, and a 44.88% increase year over year. Anheuser-Busch net income for 12 months ending December 31st, 2022 was $5.969 billion. So,
2022 net profit was $6 billion. Literally as much as they lost in that campaign. In 6 days.
They lost more in 6 days than what they made
in the
entire year of 2022.
The entire fiscal year or whatever it is. Dude, that...
Wow.
Probably not the best idea.
You know, and Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun have been talking about the same thing. They say... You know, you would think that everybody, like the majority of the people are on board with the whole, you know, transgender thing. Which, don't get me wrong, I don't give a fuck how you live your life.
Dude, we've said this so many times on the channel. Like, I don't care what you do. Like, practice your religion, dress the way you want, love the people you want, you know, practice sexuality the way you want. Yeah. That's fine. Do your thing, dude. Again, within reason, that's fine. Don't sell it to me, man. I don't need you to sell it to me.
The biggest thing right now is it's such a hot topic, not because adults are doing the transgender thing. It's because they're trying to get kids into the thing. Mm-hmm. Colorado just passed a bill where if a 13-year-old wants to go in and get a sex change and their parents don't approve, the kid gets taken away from the parents and the kid still gets to do the thing. Doesn't need parent permission. That is wild. That is wild. And this is why everybody's so upset about it.
So glad I don't have kids. So glad I don't have kids.
So, I mean, but what Adam Calhoun and Tom McDonald's been saying is the media would have you think that everybody's on board with this when in reality it's the majority of the
freaking everybody out. Like,
it's the minority of the population that are actually like full on board, ready to go. Like, but the majority of the country is like, what the fuck is going on?
It shows, man. It shows in the numbers. Look at examples like this. I won't say small examples. Examples like this, man.
$6 billion in 6 days.
All right, let's finish this out.
Wild.
Shit's not that simple. Life is complicated. Hey, man, we just throw a trend, just Dylan Mulvaney on TikTok, superstar.
He's got 7 million followers.
He's got 7 million followers. Man, we put him on the can, he gonna save our business. Bitch, you crazy as hell.
That was a damn good show. For more damn good shows, got short videos, got long videos.
You screwed that up. We got short videos, we got long videos. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share the video. Support Mike Lindell. MyPillow.com.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe.
Already told him that, didn't I?
Yeah, I just want to say it.
Shut up.
Man, I was just looking at some of those thumbnails, dude. At the end, like, they go down some rabbit holes, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, woo.
Oh, yeah.
Some hot topics up in their playlist.
We might have to check out the Chicago thing about them pulling all the Walmarts out.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'd be down with that. I'd be way down with that.
That was wild.
You can't just take it out. It's like, it says right here on the door, right to refuse service to anyone. Well, we decided to refuse service to Chicago. So here we are. We're pulling out, man. Wild,
man.
dude. Yeah. Hodgetwins are great, dude.
There is a second piece to this.
Is there?
That they talk about, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that's one clip of a whole episode, huh?
Bud Light, after they lost $6 billion in 1 week, released another commercial trying to fix the issue. And
how do we fix a $6 billion loss? Spend
another $2 million.
I was going to say spend $2 to $10 million on a commercial. That's, okay. All right. Whew. Good Lord. Okay, yeah,
what a mess, man.
I'm glad I'm not the owner of a corporation, because that would be a nightmare. I'm glad I don't have kids in the world that we live in today.
Yeah.
For all you people that do and are going through the thing, kudos to you guys. Nothing against you guys. You're fighting the good fight, man. I know it's got to be a hell of a battle. I'm glad I don't have to fight that battle myself. But for anyone that is doing it, keep at it. Like, it's got to be a wild ride out there. So
yeah, no, man. And here's the thing: if you have a brand or you have a company or you're trying to sell whatever, I'll tell you this: the closest that you can align your brand with reality and truth, the better your brand is going to be. Yeah. And provided you have a good product to begin with, anyway.
Sure.
Not to say that like transgenders don't live in reality or whatever. Like, they have their own feelings and their own life, and they live their life according to how they feel they should. And I'm down with that. But like I said, the biggest thing right now on the political spectrum is like letting kids partake in this. And I don't.
Yeah. If you have a brand, like Chris said, if you have a brand or business or whatever, I would say, and I don't know anything about owning a business.
If it's on the news every day, don't.
I would just say try and keep the politics out of it, man. Like, it's their shirts, you could say that those are technically political, but it's not really. One of them says 1776 on it, okay, and then the other one says American as fuck. Like, that's not necessarily political. Doesn't really say anything one way or the other, but like, it's just that the weird political moves in stuff that doesn't need it, right? Like putting a transgender person on your Bud Light can. Like, that's just why in the first place. I don't get it. And that's the whole reason, is nobody gets it. And so everyone's like, that was stupid. Why would you do that? Okay. All right, I'm not drinking that anymore. That's dumb.
Yeah.
And again, it's not good beer to begin with. So change the recipe and, we'll go from there. I think that's your next step, honestly. I don't know, man. I ain't no financial advisor, but man. I'm still not going to. I didn't drink it before, and I'm just still not going to drink it now. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. So
that still blows my mind.
Just crazy.
$6 billion.
Crazy that they decided that was her idea. Like, that's how we're going to diversify and freshen things up and do this.
Man, could you imagine being her?
Oh.
And they go, hey, can you come into the office here? We got to have a meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we lost $6 billion.
We're gonna go ahead and pull up our profit loss chart, and it just. Notice the timeline on the bottom, and it's like that's not weeks or months. That's days.
Yeah.
So
that's days.
Not 7 weeks, not 7 months. That's 7 days. And then on the side there, that's billions. Yeah. Not millions, that's billions.
Man.
Good Lord.
It would astound me if she still has a job.
That's why I'm like, how can you after that? If that was solely your decision and you push that forward and you take responsibility for making that decision and putting that on the can, as a company, you would have to be like, whoops.
I tell you this, if I made that decision and that happened, I would just start packing my shit. Like, nobody would have to tell me shit.
Immediately, bro. Give me one of those little foldable boxes. I'll just start putting all my shit in there with the lid on it. I'll make my way out. It's fine.
It's like if I'm at work and a car falls off the lift, listen,
you
I'm
just
gonna
start unbuttoning the shirt, take off
put all the things in my toolbox, just push it outside.
Yeah, push my toolbox outside, see if I can get it up in my truck somehow. Like, yeah, that's just the moves you make, man.
Oh man, that is.
I'll just leave my badge on the counter there. You know, it's like leaving a hotel room. My card's in the room. It's fine. We'll just leave.
Whatever, man. Oh
yeah, that's got to be a rough one. Glad I'm not in her shoes.
Yeah,
wow.
No kidding.
All right,
no kidding.
Let's get out of here, man.
Well, if you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang. And with that, we'll see y'all next time. Bow.